What's up, Circus friends? Today is Thursday, April the 13th, and I'm here from the Circus office with the second part of the series, So You Think You Want a Pug. I thought I would talk about registered versus non-registered, and if you already have a pug or a dog and you already know this, then my apologies. But I get this question asked a lot, so I wanted to kind of explain the difference between the pugs and Frenchies. So, basically, there's two options for you if you're looking for a dog. You can get a registered dog or a non-registered dog. Basically, if you're not going to breed your dog and you're not going to show it in like a professional show ring where it's required that that it's registered with a particular kennel company, unregistered is totally cool. There are two major kennel companies. There's a lot more, but two come to mind to me when I think kennel companies, and it's the AKC, which stands for American Kennel Company. They're like the big dog in the kennel companies, no pun intended. It's more expensive to get a dog that's registered with the AKC. Registering the dog with the AKC costs more money than doing it with CKC. AKC does a lot of things. I think they sponsor the Westminster Dog Show. You'll see their name on products and things like that. CKC is under the AKC only because it's less known, I think. And I would say it's a little more laxed or lenient, or I hate to use that word, but I would say it's not as prestigious as AKC, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion, so please don't chew me up. It costs a little bit less to register your dog with CKC. Fees, I think, if you have a puppy and you want to register it with CKC, it's like $25. Whereas if you have a puppy and you have to register it with AKC, it's like $89, I think. So, But if you're going to purchase a puppy and it's an AKC puppy, let's take Pugs for instance. AKC Pugs average anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000, maybe even more. Whereas CKC registered puppies, they average $1,200 to maybe $1,500, $1,600, I guess. But that's just an average. There's also other kennel clubs, but in my opinion, they really aren't as prominent as those two. So those are the ones you're going to hear most about. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means you have a piece of paper that says that Spot is registered with the CKC. And the piece of paper, it's about this big, it'll have Spot's mommy and daddy's name. It'll have your name, and it's a piece of paper. And it's pretty in a frame. It's a status thing. It's a brand name. It's like these kennel companies have their brand on the puppy. And if you don't care about brands and you're not going to breed and you're not going to show your dog in a show ring that requires these, you really don't need it. But it's nice to have. It's nice. We as Americans, or as people, as humans, we like nice things, right? And we always try to get the best of what we can get. It's also possible to double register your dog. If you have if you have an AKC registered dog, you can also get it double registered with CKC. So your dog could possibly be AKC and CKC registered. Again, it's a status thing. So the price difference of those two, like I said, the AKC is going to be more and the CKC is going to be less, and even when you're buying the dog or when you're registering it. Your other option is to get an unregistered dog. Unregistered does not mean that it is mixed or not a purebred. Unregistered just means that the mommy and daddy of this dog, maybe daddy was registered and mommy wasn't. Or maybe the people that own mommy and daddy had the paperwork and they never sent it in to register them, and now they've had these puppies and, whatever reason they're unregistered. Unregistered dogs can be purebred, and they can be just as pretty as the AKC and CKC. They can be just as healthy. Here at Circus Pugs, we DNA all of our dogs before we breed them, or before we even consider breeding them. We breed them. We DNA test them, and we make sure that they're all 100% pug. So even if, I think, okay, we have 11 dogs in our program, and 2 of them are not registered as of now. We've had them DNA'd, the unregistered ones, and they're 100% DNA pug. So if you buy an unregistered pug, prices are less than if you were to get an AKC or CKC. On average, you could pay anywhere from maybe $600 to like $1,000 for an unregistered. Some breeders might want more, so it just depends. You got to shop around. But the only really thing different with an unregistered is if you ever got another pug and you wanted to breed them, the puppies could not be registered because you have an unregistered dog. So even if, okay, let's say you got an unregistered female and later on down the line, 5 years pass, whatever, you get a registered male. So now you've got a registered male and an unregistered female, and they have puppies. The puppies can't be registered because one of the dogs was not registered. See, the only way you can get a registered dog is if mommy and daddy were registered. For pet quality, the unregistered pug is going to be cheaper. Like I said, price ranges, you could probably, if you shop around, you could find an unregistered one around $800, a CKC registered around $1,200, an AKC anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000. I've seen them as high as $4,000 for an AKC registered pug puppy. Here, we take the same amount of care, the same amount of love, the same amount of socialization, the same amount of quality products, and everything we do goes into an unregistered pug as much as it does an AKC. There's no difference. So whether your dog is unregistered or registered, we bring them up the exact same way. So you're going to get a pug that's just as healthy, just as social, just as, either way. Be careful wherever you do get your pug from if you do decide to go unregistered, because the unregistered option is financially better for families that just want a pug in their family and they don't really care about breeding or showing or whatever. Be careful when you buy your unregistered pug and make sure that mommy and daddy, even though they're not registered, they have been DNA'd as 100% pug. That way you know that the puppy you get is going to be 100% DNA pug, right? Or whatever breed you want, Chihuahua or whatever. You want, if you're looking for a pug, you love that clown attitude they have. You love the facial expressions. You love the curly tail and the snubby nose and all those things. Then you're going to want it to be 100% pug to get all those qualities, right? So basically what you're looking for, if you're looking for an unregistered pug, is to find one that has mommy and daddy that have been DNA'd as 100% pug, and you're good to go, right? I have wait lists for the unregistered pugs because I have a lot of families that just want to add a pug to their family, and they don't really need, status or CKC or AKC. They just want a good, healthy, quality pug. And so it's totally fine to get an unregistered pug. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, I've had people ask me if it's illegal to have a dog that's not registered because they don't understand what the registry means. They think that that's something like a car tag or something, that your dog has to be registered. So it's not a thing like that. It's just basically status. AKC or CKC never even come out and check the puppy or anything. It's just like mommy and daddy are registered, so the litter automatically can become registered, and then your puppy will automatically be registered. So yes, unregistered dogs are perfectly fine. You can totally find a purebred unregistered dog. Just make sure that the mommy and daddy have been DNA'd and are 100% pug, and then your puppy is going to be 100% pug. So that's the difference between registered versus unregistered. And if you have anything to add, in case I've left anything out or forgotten to say anything, please put it in the comments below. If you found this helpful at all, please like and follow us on Circus Pugs, and look forward to seeing more content on the series So You Think You Want a Pug. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.